Hi everyone. There was an issue with the recording. Well, actually the issue was mine. I forget to start the recording. The recording started right after the breakout room. So here is a recording to drive you through uh, all the cases that we've seen in the part that it's not in the recording. So I hope this makes the job for you. And yeah, let's go for it. So we started today the session about a friendly reminder, which, situating in our heads today is session 2 in research and positioning, is research for the sake of positioning. And as a reminder, these are the building blocks of positioning strategy that we recommend using, which is market and category context. That was last session, which is meaning our understanding what is critically important to your target customers, which is this relevancy part. That's today. It's understanding your ideal customer profile, is understanding their scenario, the problems, their struggles, their pain points, and so on. And today is also about competitors, right? And competitive strengths, weaknesses, and so on. So session 1, this one here, today it's ICP, competitors research, company and strength research. In the recording of the session, you actually have the second part of the session, which is this part here, competitors and strengths. So you have the showcase of To Use cases, and then the wrap up with some advice from my experience. So now I'm going through the ICP and customer scenario understanding with some cases. Okay. To get started, situating, to get to understand why we do all these, not experiments, but all these prompts, and why we use AI in the way we use it. Because we are using what we call a scenario understanding, which is understanding the scenario of your target audience before your solution and after your solution. So in the before, there are a series of pain points for your audience, frustrations, problems, and penalties. That's what we want to understand. And that's the use cases that I provided to you in the guide, and I will go through 2 of them now. And then on the right side of this mental model is the dreamed scenario for your target customer, which basically is what you are allowing them. You are discovering that scenario, that dreamland for them, because you are providing a solution for all those pains, frustrations, problems, and penalties on the left. So you are basically the bridge to cross the chasm between today's struggles and the dreamland. That's your product. So that's the way of thinking for all the cases that you have in the use case guide. Now, I want to start with, well, it's very cool for me this case because I love jobs to be done strategy and jobs to be done theory, which is for customer discovery, innovation discovery, and truly understanding what are the problems, the outcomes, and the pains that the customer or your target audience has. So you have this template in a link here. You click here, you can open this template. This template is free for you. I created it. And this is a new feature of Notion. With Notion AI, by the way, you have to pay for Notion AI if you want to use it. I think it's $20 a month. So starting from a customer interview, so the idea is you can have hundreds of interviews. You can save a lot of time with the interviews. That's the way we do it, because AI is not going to replace your customer interviews, because it's very difficult that AI is going to be so much specific and going into the social and emotional jobs to be done that your client can have. So if you just go with AI, you're going to miss the truly reason because your client can buy. So AI is great for a fresh start in a journalistic way to understand jobs to be done, the pain points, and so on. But you are not going to be super specific, which is what you need to sell more, right? Now, if you have your interviews, what AI can help you a lot is summarizing the interviews, extracting data from the interviews, like the jobs to be done, the pains and the outcomes. That's this exact example. Those are these prompts that I've been optimizing. So the idea after this is a database in OceanAI, and here I've created 5 different fields: AI summary field, job to be done field, pain field, outcome field, and take a stack if there are some kind of a stack mentioned in the interview. And when you create here a new item, let me copy and paste the interview. I'm going to copy and paste this interview so you all can see how this works. This is simulating an interview in the target audience of the product that we're simulating, which is, if you remember, we are simulating to launch a virtual reality tool in luxury real estate, right? So this is a mock interview, and it's a mock because ChatGPT has created this mock interview with a developer, a condo developer. Now we create this item here. I copy and paste the full interview. Okay, I close this. And then let's tell AI to summarize. There is content. Okay. Here is the summary during the sales process of high-rise luxury condos, blah, blah, blah. This is the jobs to be done field. Let's tell AI. And the pain points. Look, it did it automatically, right? If you wait a little bit, it's going to take, just probably 1 minute. He's going to fill in, because every time you create a new item with the interview, he's going to, using the prompts that I provided, he's going to fill in the jobs to be done, the pains, and the outcomes based off the interview that you've introduced in the field. Now, let's have a look to those fields. So, jobs to be done. Click on Edit Property. It's an AI autofill field. And here is the prompt. You're a research consultant expert in customer research and jobs to be done theory. Developed by Tony Wick. Your task is to summarize, list, and provide the jobs to be done for the user. Use this syntax. I'm telling it the syntax to the jobs to be done. Same for the pain points, and same for the outcomes. I tell explicitly the outcomes are something you have to always start the outcome with maximizing or minimizing. That's the way you need to clearly state the outcome. Go through it, have a look to the prompts, play with the prompts. I've been iterating around 20 times these prompts to try different versions. This was the best version I can come up with, but I'm sure that these prompts can be still improved. And this is the way you can save a lot of hours analyzing customer interviews, right, and extracting the data. That's one case. Second case I want to share with you regarding discovering potential problems just to be done and so on. Discover a job to be done from a target audience during a process from a product category. This is another. This one is with ChatGPT. Okay. Here again. Cool. So the initial prompt, right? Who you are. You are a 20-year experienced consultant on innovation and customer research with a deep expertise. I want you to use the jobs to be done theory by Tony Uwe, because there are different theories. So the more specific, as said, the more specific your input and the instructions, the less random stuff, and the more specific the outputs of the artificial intelligence. Provide an answer with the next structure. I am, specifically telling the structure I want, and to start with number the customer journey. So I'm asking not only by the job to be done, but the customer journey, step by step customer journey. And then inside each step, provide me with the jobs to be done and the pains of each step for a specific target audience, for a specific market or industry. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. And then Here is the specific category and target audience: customer relationship manager, CRM software, and a sales representative. What's happening there? I want to unveil, discover the customer journey, the pain points, and the jobs to be done. And then he goes, first step, identifying prospects. Jobs to be done. The sales representative needs to identify potential customers who might be interested in product or service they're selling. Pain point. This is good. CRM might not have sufficient or accurate data to identify the right prospects, leading to wasted time and resources. Actually, there are a lot of solutions for that problem, right? That's good. Initial contact, follow up. So here you have the customer journey. What I wanted to show that is magic, which I love, it's that you're using the paid version of ChatGPT and you use the plugins with the Show Me Diagrams plugin. You can ask ChatGPT, hey, help me visualize this customer journey. And then he's going to create magically this diagram, which is very cool. We click on here, we have the diagram, and voila. Sales representative journey with CRM, right? I don't know if now you're seeing me because Loom is doing some very odd things, but anyway, I just hope you can see this. Okay. So yeah, you can ask to show different diagrams or whatever you want which show. That's the second case, and yeah, those are the two cases. Well, actually, because now we have more time, and this is a video that I'm recording for you all, I can go through the develop scenario analysis, right? What that means? That means that, so you can do two things, right? And this is something I told to the class live. You can ask the AI to provide you insights step by step. Like, for example, I want to understand what are current challenges, what are hesitations to buy, what are triggering buyer points, how people is making something now or solving a problem now. And then you by yourself as the strategist, you build this scenario research. You build this, right? And then you put everything in order, and then you're the strategist and you are asking for insights. AI is your researcher. Or option B, what you can do is ask the AI to provide all this information compiled for you. You are basically asking the AI, to become a little bit more of the strategist, which in my case, I don't like a lot because you never know the data that he's taking. You don't go through customer interviews, through market interviews, the data could be biased. So I rather prefer to use the AI to not having to start from a blank page from scratch and to streamline all the job, to save a lot of hours, but not to become the strategist that I am, right? I want the AI to be the tactician and providing me with all the information, and I'll do all the job of putting things together. But you can do, and that this is a case I wanted to share with you, which is, let's develop this scenario research. Let's develop this scenario research with ChatGPT. So instead of asking what are the challenges, I don't know, Loom just keeps doing very odd things. The point is that instead of keep asking for specific parts of this scenario analysis, I'm asking in this very big prompt about a structure to provide me with all the information within this scenario. So part one, provide a list of potential segments to target, a list of potential applications for both lists. We gotta scroll down because this is the full chat, which is cool because you can have all the use cases there. And then here. So we're focusing on segment and application. I need you to help me better analyze the current scenario and the dreamed, this is a typo, dreamed scenario. To define it, you will become a senior head of sales in this segment, so you will become the target audience. You have a team of 6 people. That's very important to put on their shoes. And now, what is all the information I want to provide? I want ChatGPT to provide. the dream scenario, the current scenario, key performance indicators, and so on. And then boom, he's going to provide all of it in their own point of view. Contextual information about the process, KPIs, sales volumes, sales cycle length, customer satisfaction, what's the current scenario, substitute for VR tools, interfering factors, negative outcomes they are experiencing, like the inability of effectively visualize the property, dissatisfaction in the buyers, new scenario with the VR tool, product capabilities, and outcome. Okay. Then here in this thread is not represented, but I wasn't very much happy with this scenario. If you do the customer interviews, as said, you will unveil more specific trigger points, more specific pain points, more specific outcomes and benefits that they're expecting, which means that you will be closer to sell with the messaging. Because the point to do all of this is positioning and messaging, right? We're doing this for strategic positioning, that's the input for the messaging. So if we don't get this to the point and be very, very specific with the client, the messaging won't be specific, so we will be missing sales because we want to speak to the client with their points. Now, what I did, and I don't know where is this chat, but what I did is, which is part of what I told to the class here, right, is unveil more angles, ask ChatGPT to go deeper and provide more specific insights by pushing ChatGPT, right? So it's not just like, okay, I have this outcome and this is it. No, this is not it. ChatGPT can do better. ChatGPT can do better always, I would say, in almost every scenario. So use phrases like, you can do better, be more specific with blah, 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 put yourself in the shoes of this target audience, provide more details, dig deeper into this angle by, in this case, I told ChatGPT, I need you to put yourself in the shoes of the head of sales. You didn't do it the last time. You can do better. I need you to fully be empathetic with the head of sales, thinking how he's struggling with everything. And then I told him to redo the complete scenario analysis. And actually, he came out with one KPI, which was not in the first one, in this case, in the outcomes, right? Which was actually one of the outcomes that is mentioned in the industry, which is how fast are sold the is so if you remember, we have, I just wanted to show you the difference. Here we have KPIs. I'm not talking about these KPIs. These KPIs were the same. And I'm not showing you because I don't know where I have that chat. I have so many ChatGPTs. So he provided here to me another negative outcome, which was actually this sales cycle, right? A negative outcome is the impact on sales cycles, and the impact on sales cycles is an economic impact, because if you don't sell your condo before the construction starts, you are incurring interest rates, right? So it's a big economic impact. So that's the kind of information we want to look for. But most of the times, ChatGPT won't get there because it's too specific. Now, last but not least, I don't know if I told you this in this video, but AI does not replace interviews. Well, yeah, I said. Generally, AI answers do not unveil the super specific pain or trigger a conversation with a customer will. So it's okay to use AI for all these cases that I'm showcasing you. I love to have the take of AI because it's providing me with different angles to think on how to position this, on how to create a narrative. So yes, do it. Go for it. Use AI for this. But do not replace the customer interviews, or you won't get the super specific trigger or pain point or job to be done that you need to sell your solution. Okay. Now, that was it in the first part of the meeting, the part that you missed because the recording was not on. Sorry about that. Now I'm going to add a couple of things more, given that I'm recording this video, about recording tools. I do use Zoom as the recording tool. I do use Fathom to record my interviews with customers. This is an example of an interview. This tool is providing an AI summary. What I just do is transcript. I copy the transcript. I copy the entire transcript from here, this button, and then I go to Notion. I paste the transcript, or if there is no sensitive information, I copy it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a little bit better summarizing because Notion AI still is using OpenAI 3.5, and ChatGPT is in the version 4. So yeah, but Notion, in the Notion AI, you have everything in one database, right? Which is very cool. Everything is centralized. So I copy the transcript, and then I ask the AI to go through the transcript, analyze jobs to be done, pains, and all of that. Now there are a couple of tools that I've still not tried, but I wanted to share with you, which is this one, Grain, that takes more automated notes. And I want to try this out because this tool can call a Zapier. I don't know if you're familiar with Zapier for automations, but the idea is that this tool with Fathom AI, I cannot ask Zapier or trigger Zapier. With this tool, I can trigger Zapier right after a recording ends, send the transcript to Zapier, through Zapier, send the transcript to either ChatGPT or Notion AI and get all the analysis automatically. So I don't have to go copy, paste, ask Notion AI to analyze the conversation and so on. Everything will be automatic. So I'm going to try this one. And once I have it, I will share this experiment with you all. And then I am in the list to try this one, which is Snip, which is research insights much faster by synthesizing multiple user interviews. So they claim that you can get the pains and the needs and the wants, right? So it's another kind of methodology. It's not exactly jobs to be done, but still. And I'm eager to try. I was in the wait list. I still don't have access, but yeah, I'm going to try this out as soon as possible. I wanted to share this with you, and as I continue doing experiments and implementing these tools into our process, I will keep you updated. See you tomorrow in the Q&A, hopefully. Please drop any questions you have in the community, share the projects, share the assignments, provide feedback to your peers, please, and I will get back to you ASAP with all your questions. And of course, tomorrow, that remember, we have guest speaker. Thank you so much.